I don't know if you've ever heard of that far left parody news site called CNN. I think it stands for like the Clown News Network or Communist News Network or the Counterfeit News Network. Anyway, they announced on Monday that more than 100 jobs had to be axed at this ratings challenged cable network. And these job cuts are being spun by Brian Stelter, CNN's left-wing media reporter who regularly spreads false news and conspiracy theories, as no layoffs, but rather voluntary buyouts throughout the organization, and about 100 people opted for it. Let's read Brian's tweet and let's go over some of the reactions to his tweet. There's a rumor making the rounds today about big impending layoffs at CNN. A CNN spokeswoman is knocking it down on the record. No layoffs. There were voluntary buyouts throughout the organization, and about 100 people opted for it. One of the first replies was, I read this post with Mark Dice, Brian Stelter voice in my head. Can you not just hear that right now ringing in your ears? LOL, that's another form of layoffs. You can't help but spin. Is this dude for real? They were told to opt out or lose money when fired. Workforce reduction by another name. And remember, guys, CNN's ratings lost almost 26% in April. Even people who tend to be sheep are seeing through CNN's facade. Sure, jumped at the golden parachute before getting pushed. They were layoffs. Layoffs. One less than there should have been, probably referring back there to good old Brian Stelter. Buyouts, or in other words, layoffs. This person posted a GIF, whatever. This is an actual layoff, bro. Salary packages on the way out is commonplace. So, in other words, necessary layoffs at CNN fake news. 100 people took the buyout, then comes the layoffs. And this guy says, many reputable sources are claiming 300 as the first wave of a massive cutback. Viewership is plummeting, revenues are dropping. It's called a free market adjustment. No revenue coming in and no paycheck going out. So they gave people an option before layoffs happened, and 100 people took them up on it. So no real need for layoffs then. Well, voluntary buyouts is a fancy cover for layoffs. So guys, everybody knows what's going on here. Brian Stelter is a complete liar. We've seen that many, many times before. If you have any question about that, check out my playlist on my main channel called Mainstream Media Nonsense and Fake News. If CNN refuses to tell the truth about its own layoffs, about something so completely obvious and in your face, you can only imagine the lies CNN's willing to tell about things that actually matter. Deadline reported that more than 100 seasoned workers at the cable news network lost their jobs, meaning veterans, old hands, and those who've been around for a while. They also made clear that these buyouts are layoffs because CNN's new parent company, AT&T, is looking to restructure and reduce debt. And that's what companies who buy out other companies usually do. Deadline added, the buyouts are consistent with similar offerings at HBO and Turner, and we'll see dozens of seasoned employees leave the news brand. So it's only dozens at other divisions, but CNN got hit with more than 100. And this may be interesting to you. There's news that some of CNN's broadcast operations have moved to Hudson Yards in Manhattan. And here's a Google map of that location, which once again proves that CNN doesn't believe its own fake news rhetoric about global warming, or as they term, climate change. If they really believe that sea levels are on the rise, why in the heck would they move right on the water? This is just more bad news on top of the bad news they already had for a cable channel that lost 25% of what had already been a minuscule audience after the Mueller report debunked the Russia collusion hoax, which absolutely dominated and devastated the basement-rated channel's programming for over 2 years. Matter of fact, ever since CNN chief Jeff Zucker took over, the Last Place channel has gotten every major story of the last 5+ years completely wrong. The Trayvon Martin hoax, the Hands Up Don't Shoot hoax, the Russia collusion hoax, the Brett Kavanaugh serial rapist hoax, and the Covington high school kid just standing there smiling hoax. All over the country, due to its bias and fake news, the one-time most trusted name in news is now widely seen as a joke, a national punchline, shorthand for everything that's gone wrong with the establishment media. If you guys enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give them a thumbs up, and share them with everybody you know.
If you guys enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, and share it with everybody you know. Also, check out over 100 hard-hitting designs in the shirt store, and if you want to support more content, hit me up on Patreon or PayPal. All those links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.